Hey guys, so today we are going to be going over another custom origin that I made. So yeah, let's get into it. So what this origin is, as you can guess by the title, is the vampire origin. So here's the origin, GUI, and all that. So, oh, oh, so I'm just gonna turn it to nighttime real quick. So yeah. And so as you can see during nighttime. It's just night vision, but I kind of hate that red, how it shows that red spot. So yeah. So moving on to the first ability. As you can see, there's another bar on the right hand side of my screen, like the last origin that I showed you guys. In case you haven't watched that video, please go and watch it, because I mean, it's a video, why wouldn't you? So this bar is basically not going to control how you survive, but rather how you thrive or strive. So basically, this bar is in the middle bracket, and as you can see, it's going down slowly but surely. So it goes down by 1 blood every single minute. So it only has 60, and it starts off with 30. So that's how I made it, so that it starts at the middle. But yeah, so when your blood bar is below half, like there are brackets, like for example, this will be the first bracket, this will be the second bracket, and the last bracket will be at dead zero or at full. There'll be another bracket here and another bracket here. So what these brackets do is it'll basically give you different effects based on whether it's a positive bracket or a negative bracket. So for example, I'm going to start off with the positive brackets because I don't know, I just like them. So if I press this right now, because some of the blood went down, and you can see the positive effect. So as you can see, I get slow fall and regen, and that's because I crossed the first bracket, which is around here. And so yeah, so if I press this one more time, you'll see that I get resistance and invisibility. So basically this gives you a chance to either be stronger or weaker depending on how you gain blood. And now you might be wondering, how do you gain blood? So you gain blood by hitting other mobs, because I think that makes sense, because I mean, you're a vampire and you need blood, and you can't get them from anywhere else. But how you lose blood is every time you, for example, every time a mob hits you, you will lose 1 blood. So it's easy to lose it either that way, but you also lose blood by, for example, just standing still. You lose blood like that too. So there are 2 different ways to lose blood. Those were it. Now, what are the first and the final brackets? Like when the blood bar is all the way. So when the blood bar is all the way full, you gain speed 2 and strength 2. This is a huge buff, at least in my opinion, because like resistance in itself is really good. Like resistance is really good, but on the other hand, combine that with strength 2 and speed, it can actually make you too good, make you unbeatable. So also another thing that happens when you reach the second bracket, when you go around here, is if you hit anything with your hand, as you can see, particle effects went on. So anything that you hit will get slowness for 10 seconds. This does have a 5-second cooldown, so don't expect to give every mob slowness at once. So you can't do that. But it will give them slowness 2 for 10 seconds. So yeah. Now moving on to the negative brackets. If I just put this down to 0, as you can see, I got slowness, mining fatigue, and weakness. So these are only the first brackets. I mean, the later ones are way worse. It may either amplify these effects or just add new, even worse ones. So let's go over to the next bracket. As you can see, I got hunger and slowness 1 turned into slowness 2. So yeah, you're basically going to have hunger all the time when your bracket is, well, when you're in the second bracket, minus bracket minus 2. So yeah. Now if I go over to the last bracket, which is 0, as you can see, I got blindness and I'm extremely slow. Well, I mean, I'm still that one, so, but I got mining fatigue 3, which is really, really bad. I mean, it's really bad. You can't mine dirt. It takes you about, like, I would say the equivalent of mining stone with your hand to get dirt. Even longer, I would say. And so yeah, which is why you should never ever leave your bracket at 0. And so yeah, moving on to the next abilities. You are basically already dead, so you cannot drown or you cannot get poisoned. So if I well, I kind of need to be hungry right now. Okay, so until my hunger goes down, I'm just going to show you the other abilities. So you can't either use shields you can't use shields. They're basically impossible to use for you. It's basically the same as the Shulk, but you're not as sturdy as the Shulk. I mean, you don't have as much armor as the Shulk, but on the other hand, you do have potion effects by your side. So yeah. Also, you take triple damage from fire. Yeah, as you can see, every half a second that I stayed on fire, I got dealt 1.5 points of damage, and I died. So that's how strong fire is against you. So stay away from blazes, as I would recommend, and watch out for the nether in general. Yeah. So now now the next thing is that, I mean, oh yeah, I mean, peaceful. I was wondering why my hunger wasn't going down, so now, well. So I'm just gonna let the mob hit me a couple of times. Really? Why not? Oh yeah, I have weakness, but you don't. Why don't you hit me? Strange. So let me just run around a little bit. And yes, okay. Now, if I eat the spider eye, you'll see that I gain no effects from it, other than the fact that I already had hunger. And this is the final ability. As you can see, when it turns daytime, you basically burn. I also made it so that the burning is amplified. Sometimes it'll say you're withered away, but on other occasions it'll say you burned to death. So yeah. I'm sure I amplified it when your blood bar is full, you instantly die. Something like that. Oh yeah, you get 2 more hearts as well when your blood bar is complete. That's weird. Anyway, I am gonna not select its origin anymore because the video is basically over. So if you guys read the description in the last video, you would know that I got these ideas from a person from Fiverr for the light walk. And this is the exact same for the vampire origin. So this is why this is going to be a series on my channel called Origins by Fiverr, because I have a Fiverr. I'm not going to advertise it on my YouTube channel, but I do have one. And these origins are basically the ones from the base ideas that my Fiverr clients gave. So they're not the exact same, but at the same time, they're not much different. So yeah. So if you think you actually made this origin, like you had the idea for it, and if you ordered someone on Fiverr to do it for you, don't be surprised that it's on here on this channel, because this series is basically going to be dedicated towards origins that I made. So these origins are going to be made by me only. So I'm not going to steal anyone else's. I'm just going to be showing off what these origins do. And I will be releasing them to others, but that's after doing a bit more development with them, because I think they can be more than what my clients gave me. So yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Subscribing helps me out a lot in more ways than you can imagine. And leave a like and comment on this video saying whether this origin is balanced, overpowered, or underpowered. Anyway guys, my name is Storm, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.